Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel, Angel Godzone. It's me. I'm back for another week. Yeah. So today, literally, by the way, intro. The day I'm recording this, it's Saturday. It's something Saturday. There's probably something to do with an internet deal today. Hold up, I'm Googling something. Oh, what do you think of my glam? It's cute, ain't it? Yeah. But yeah. So it's Saturday today. So it's 2 days after Thanksgiving. I've been having so much Thanksgiving dinner. It's so good. Like, Thanksgiving dinner is all your heart can desire and more. There's cranberry sauce. You know? So, yeah, I'm Googling something real quick. So, I'm going to be giving you guys my thoughts on the Anne with an E season finale. And, yeah, because I've seen some people do this. I'm sorry I'm a little, how do you say, late? But, yeah. I forgot someone's name, so I'm just trying to make sure I get it right. Matthew. Okay. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, so the Anne with an E season finale, the episode began with literally the best news ever. Oh, and by the way, before I start, there is a spoiler alert in effect, because literally I'm giving you all the deets and my thoughts on the season finale, so, like, yeah, I think that should be pretty obvious, but there's always that one. So for that one person, you. For you, spoiler alert. And yeah. So let's get into the video now. So, the Anne with an E season finale, episode 10. Episode 10 began with literally the best news ever. So, on episode 9, we thought Gilbert was going to propose to Winnie, and then we find out in the beginning of the finale they actually broke up with Winnie. Me, when this happened. Yes! That was me. And literally every other Sherbert fan. So, yeah. So, in the season finale, we open it with, he broke up with Winnie. Basically, he can't tell anyone so that she can go to France, so that she can be far away from the rumors, because apparently her mom and her dad already set things up and stuff like that. And she doesn't want to face embarrassment. I mean, she's even like, unrequited love. You couldn't even settle for me. And he's like, you're worth way more unsettling for, and all that. You deserve someone who has all their love for you, and like, all that. So, yeah. He goes back, and then they all make their queen's exams, and him and Anne tie for first, which, like, go Anne with an E. So he thinks she's not in love with him, and she thinks he's not in love with him. And then to make matters worse, like, was this in episode 9 that I wrote the letter and then it got ripped up? No, yeah, that was in episode 9 that the letter got ripped up, I believe. No, or did he return the pen? Okay, besides the point, but she thinks he's not in love with her, even after her letter. Oh, yeah, this was in episode 10, yeah. I'm sorry, I had my episodes mixed up. I probably should have wrote this before. But yeah, so she thinks he's still not in love with her even after writing him the letter and him reading it. At first she assumes that he didn't get the letter and then like was going on to propose and something else, and like, oh my god, so much, jeez, like, I used to think unrequited love was so romantic until they were actually it was sort of like unrequited love, and I'm like, no, you need to be together, but, yeah, so, he said that basically I'm not engaged, I can't tell you why or whatever, and like, I just need to tell you I'm in love with you in a letter. In a letter, basically saying like, I'm in love with you, my Anne with an E, you had to keep my heart. Oh my god, so sweet, like, hearts flying everywhere. I'm just gonna like edit hearts in everywhere. But yeah, he basically was like, I'm in love with you, my Anne with an E, and like all that. Ooh, hold on, I messed up my makeup. And all that. And then she sees it, and she's going through some issues with Matthew, who's making all these like decisions that are like what? Like taking Jerry and moving him in, and basically just replacing her all together, because he doesn't want her to, he wants her to go on not worrying about them, but all he was doing was hurting her more. Long story short, she doesn't want to go, but she does, because literally Marilla is the best mother ever, and she's like, it will be okay, and all that. And then shortly after she moves in, they get the letter from Scotland about her heritage. Hopefully. In the letter, it basically said, we got nothing. And she's like, oh, well, that's okay, and all that. By the way, Cole was there. They were at, what's-her-name's house. Ooh, why am I forgetting names all of a sudden? But yeah, Cole was there, and then once they left, he's like, you were very graceful with that letter, but I know you better, and then she starts crying, and I was like, wow, she took that well, and then he said, I'm like, oh, oh, I'm glad Cole was there. And then, basically, to make a long story short, she walks through town. Winnie is one of the best characters now, because she said it straight. She told Anne, the guy's in love with you, and he was, like, Gilbert. And she's like, what? And she runs back to her dorm to go see him. And then Diana gave him the talking every single person on this earth wanted to give him for so long. So she basically is like, you were in love with him since she broke the slate over your head, and you were beguiled by her when you two were dancing, and like you've had all these chances to tell her you love her and like all that stuff. And then she's like, and the letter, how dare you, in the letter that she tells you how much she loves you. And he's like, what letter, Diana, what letter? And I'm like, is it gonna happen? So he runs back, and then they meet each other at the door, and then he kisses her. He kissed her. So yeah, I was freaking out. And then they kissed again. And then he kissed her on the hands. And now they're pen pals. And then he kissed her before they left. It was so good. And then we get information about her parents. Like, this was the best finale ever. So we get information about her parents. And we find out that her mother was a teacher. Had red hair. And also, she was probably a ginger too. Like, that's what it sounds like. They're both gingers. But, and also, they wrote almost exactly the same. Like, oh. like, and the first letter she wrote to Gilbert was, "Gilbert, I look like my mother." It was like, oh my god. But, yeah. Oh, and by the way, Matthew made it up to her too. All these practical decisions. He said that basically he wanted her to be okay and not worry about them. But, you know, of course he was creating a rift between them. They got better. He gave her some money in a sock. Money for her to come home to Green Gables whenever she likes. But, yeah, that's basically the season finale. I can tell you guys some of my concerns, some things I want to happen, and some things I think will happen now. I'm scared because Coette wasn't in the season finale. So it's like, what's happening? And her parents too. We already know the white people aren't scared to shoot them because they've already shot her father. So, like, what's gonna happen to them? I mean, the series isn't afraid to kill people off. Look at Mary. She was gone within, like, 5 episodes of the 3rd season. But, yeah. Another, and I love Coette, too. Another thing that I hope happens is that since now she's in Charlottetown, and we might see more Cole. I really want to see more Cole. Cole is one of my favorite characters. And now Winnie, too, because she was the one that set everything straight. And now they're a couple. Sherbert is official. Let's write that down. Sherbert is official. So, yeah. So, yeah. But I'm hoping we see more Cole, because we haven't seen enough Cole in this season. Cole could be every character, and we still wouldn't see enough Cole in this season. He's one of my favorite characters, but I'm glad he's staying in Charlottetown. It's a much safer and much better environment for him. You know? Yeah. So, yeah. I think we'll also, another woman said something that I definitely agreed with. We'll probably see more of Charlottetown, you know, seeing Anne exploring everything, and, you know, really becoming a woman, I guess, I don't know, like, roaming around, you know, discovering herself. I also think we might see a little bit of Toronto with Gilbert. I think in this 4th season, we'll definitely either see Gilbert coming back to Charlottetown, or we'll see Toronto, a new environment, Toronto. We'll see Anne coming to see Gilbert. Or something like that has to happen. And yeah, so those are basically my thoughts, what I think will happen, and my concern about, like, Coette. Like, I can go more in detail for another video if you guys want, but yeah, Coette. Okay, I'll see you guys. Wait, I'm not doing my outro yet. But yeah, guys, that was my concern. So, Okay, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Like, subscribe, and comment down below. Hit the notification bell. All my subscribers are my A-listers. We are the A-list. We are A-list celebrities over here. So, yeah, join. I don't know what you're waiting for. Yeah! So, yeah, guys, I'll see you in the next video next week. Bye, guys!